Impossible? Quite the contrary. With pointed slogans from LibertyStickers.com, you can reach countless sleeping Americans unaware that they live in a real-life wonderland. LibertyStickers.com has a huge inventory of political bumper stickers and messages that reflect the truth about our government, our politicians, and the future of America. With so many in stock, there's one perfect for you. Visit us today at LibertyStickers.com. Again, that's LibertyStickers.com. Do your part. Your voice is important. Let it be heard.
In times like these, you can't depend on the government to keep you warm and fed, but you can depend on the Vermont Bun Baker to do just that. With the Vermont Bun Baker, you'll never be in a situation where you can't cook, bake, fry, boil water, or heat your home, all at the same time. One of the most revolutionary cook stoves, wood stoves ever, the Vermont Bun Baker is available with or without soapstone veneer, a natural stone that retains heat and radiates it back into the room once the fire is out. A beautiful addition to your home, the Vermont Bun Baker has an efficiency rating well above 75% and qualifies for the wood stove tax credit. For more information, watch the Vermont Bun Baker on YouTube and live stream or visit us at www.vermontwoodstove.com. You can also reach us by calling 1-866-SOAPSTONE. Don't ever be hungry or cold because the power's gone out. With a Vermont Bun Baker, all you have to worry about is what's for dinner.
What Really Happened with your host, Mike Rivero. Visit us online at whatreallyhappened.com. Here is your host, Michael Rivero.
And aloha, America. Welcome back to our show. Last segment of our show today here, and I'm still struggling through with all this flu nonsense, and hopefully I'll be getting better. Coming up on a weekend, I can get a little bit of rest. I think I'll be back to normal on Monday. That would be kind of a good thing. Looking at the news today, coming from Fukushima, and just looking at the high degree of obvious spin, an attempt to serve certain interests that are not the public interest, you begin to understand the extent to which the American people are lied to on a permanent, ongoing basis. We're not talking just one or two lies like, Vince Foster committed suicide or something like that. You're talking about lying and deception and spin in public relations as a permanent state of being. And again, this morning's little brouhaha over the synagogue in Santa Monica is a classic example. There was no story. Nothing actually happened to the synagogue itself. There was a piece of debris stuck in the roof of the house next door. But immediately, all of the major corporate media is out there. Pipe bomb, synagogue attack, Nazis, Hitler. They were going to town. They were rocking and rolling. Somebody said, power line exploded or something like that. And they're off and running looking for the next thing they can use to sell the agenda. I think the thing that really kind of worries me is that we're seeing within the behavior of the media a tremendous social inertia. There are people in the industry like Glenn Beck and Dylan Ratigan who understand that the world has changed and that they should change with it. But there are too many people, especially the money junkies in the executive suites, who want to go on doing what they've always done because up until now it worked, and it put money in their pocket, and it pleased their corporate masters, and they're going to keep on doing it because they can't think of anything better to do. And nobody wants anything to be changed. All governments and all institutions, highest priority is preserving the status quo. Don't change anything. Don't rock the boat. Everything's fine the way it is. And we're seeing that not just in the corporate media, obviously, but within the government, which is still trying to run the nation by the rules that worked during the height of the Cold War, 1950s and 1960s. In fact, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine from Germany who said that the perception of the world regarding the United States is that we're already a failed nation and that we're still, our government is still trying to live the glory days of the height of the Cold War in the 1950s and 1960s. And we really haven't progressed as a society since then. Because the height of the Cold War was the height of corporate power and government power because the American people were constantly in fear of the Russians and communists. And, it was just all this money that was pouring out of the American people and into the military-industrial complex and into the political coffers. And it worked really well. And they got rich and they got greedy and they got complacent and they stopped taking care of the nation, stopped taking care of the roads and stuff because we got to prepare for those commies. And